Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Lisa, and today is December 6th, 2024. We are wrapping up the 1, 2, 3 easy quilt project for a baby quilt or a wheelchair quilt. Now, the directions for this is for a baby quilt. This is the quilt top that I made in the part 2 of the series, and I will link the playlist for the instructions on both the squares and rectangles and the triangle videos in the description box. But as you can see, I've already pin basted my quilt. Now, I said that you can make this with a layer cake. You can complete it if you have a full layer cake, 42 inches. And if I turn it over, all I've done was take 16 of the remaining blocks, the 10-inch squares, and I randomly pieced those together. And it's a 4 rows by 4 columns. So 16 blocks randomly placed together. It is going to come shy 39 inches once it sews up for your quilt. And that's the perfect size because our top is only 35 inches. So I've pin basted it. I've cut my batting for my quilt sandwich to about 38 inches. You can see there's some overlap because I did not cut it straight. I just cut it with a pair of scissors. Um, But so you have something nice to pull on. Now, I will be quilting this free motion with my domestic machine, and I have already taken my running stitch all the way around. Now, you'll still have some remaining 10-inch blocks from your layer cake. I've taken 5 random colors from the remaining blocks or 10-inch squares to make my binding. So each 10-inch square will give you 4 2.5 strips. So I've taken 5, so I have 20 2.5 strips. I just went ahead and made my binding. I have not ironed it. Actually, I don't iron my binding when I bind my quilt. Do not iron it in half. I kind of just press it as I go. So I have that, my binding, my backing, my top, and with just some batting, and you can frankenpiece your batting. If you do not have a full 38-inch, go ahead and just piece that batting together to give you at least 38 inches playroom. So I'm actually going to free motion quilt this. I will show you the final product and we'll go from there. Uh, I will see you in a bit. Here I am, just free motioning my quilt, excuse me, and I have just started. and I'm finishing the quilting. I'm just using the simple meander, and it's taken me about an hour to free motion quilt. And it is done. So it is time to square off the quilt and get it prepped for binding. I do have to change my free motion quilt foot out and prepare it for binding. I'm going to be I bind with my walking foot, so we'll see you in a minute. Okay, I am machine binding my quilt. I do machine bind almost all the quilts I make, especially those for charity, because I want that binding to hold. And I start on the back of the quilt. And that's about it for me. I am going to continue the binding on this quilt, and I will post a final picture on the community page. Thank you again for joining me. Leave me a comment. Look for new projects in the new year. Hope to see you on that journey, and I hope you continue to be blessed, be kind, and keep sewing.